Well, that was a bummer. The New York Knicks fall to the Indiana Pacers 109-100. First loss of the season for the Knicks. First loss of the preseason for the team. Um, we saw some good things in the first half from the starting unit, especially from Julius Randle. RJ Barrett, we saw some things from him in the first half that were really promising. Um, but the Pacers are hungry too, and the Pacers, this dude Matherin, man, he was taken in the lottery. 27 points tonight, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. This dude is a baller. But yeah, final score 100-109. The Indiana Pacers beat the Knicks on this Wednesday night. Dress rehearsal number 3. This is the third preseason game, and the Knicks have one more preseason game after this. They play on Friday, so they play the Wizards at home on Friday before their season opener against the Memphis Grizzlies on October 19th. So yeah, rough game for the Knicks, rough game for the bench, especially the bench came in and didn't really do much. Emmanuel Quickly was off pretty much all game. Obi Toppin, he had his few highlights here and there, but he was off pretty much. Emmanuel Quickly, Obi Toppin, and who am I missing? But the bright spot is Isaiah Hartenstein was playing really well tonight. Isaiah Hartenstein came in and gave the bench a much needed boost. So yeah, final score was 100-107. Knicks lose to the Pacers. But look, it's preseason, guys. I don't want to overreact. You don't want to get too crazy over everything. So yeah. Let me just put this out on my Twitter that I'm live right now. Yeah, so we're going to go over the box score in a bit. Like I said, I saw some good things from Julius Randle in the first half. I saw some good things from RJ Barrett in the first half. This is the first game that Jalen Brunson was a little timid. He looked a little off. He looked uncomfortable out there. And look, it's going to happen. It's preseason. We're not going to expect big things from Jalen Brunson every night. But he looked tired. He looked a little off tonight, as expected. But in the first half, he was off, and he still managed to give you some good stat numbers. He had 8 points and about 5 assists in the first half. So even though he was off in the first half, he was still pretty effective. So I'm not gonna get crazy over Jalen Brunson. It is what it is. It's the third preseason game. Jalen Brunson's gonna be fine. But yeah. So Jalen Brunson was off, and let's go back to Julius Randle. This is the third game now that Julius Randle has played really well for the Knicks, and for him to be the number 3 option on this team is going to benefit him tremendously. If we can get the Julius Randle that we got 2 years ago, and if we can get the Julius Randle that was not forcing things, was not pushing things, was just playing freely. He looks like he's playing freely so far in these first 3 preseason games, and Julius Randle in the first half had 10 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. So he was on the verge of a triple-double if he kept up his playing time. Obviously, the starters didn't play in the fourth quarter, but yeah, I'm really impressed with what we're seeing from Julius Randle, because we all know how it went last year, and he just looks like a different person. He looks like 2 years ago Julius Randle. He looks like that he's found it, and he's found his stride again, and he's found his way again. And the Knicks desperately need Julius Randle to get back to his way that he was 2 years ago, because if the Knicks get that Julius Randle back, we can be a deep team and a playoff team. So, let's talk about IQ. Came in the game in the first quarter and didn't really look like his normal self. Emmanuel Quickly came in the game, missed a few 3-pointers. His shot was off tonight, but look, it's preseason. That's going to happen with Emmanuel Quickly. I guess Emmanuel Quickly was missing Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose was obviously out tonight, so Emmanuel Quickly he didn't look right tonight. And from the first half, even until the second half when he came in late in that third quarter, he looked off. And that's not the Emmanuel quickly that we're accustomed to. That's not the Emmanuel quickly we're accustomed to seeing. But, look, I'm not going to get too crazy. One preseason game, third dress rehearsal of the season. The regular season starts, obviously, on Wednesday. So, Emmanuel quickly was off tonight, but like I said, I'm not going to get too crazy. We all know what Emmanuel quickly can do. He can come in the game and give you that energy. He can hit a big shot. He can play good defense when asked, and we've seen that from the first 2 years of Emmanuel Quickly's young career. So even though Emmanuel Quickly did not play well tonight, I'm not going to go too crazy because it's preseason, and the Pacers have some good defensive players on their side. So Jericho Sims, another young player that's still raw, came in the game. He didn't look right, and whether that's his thumb bothering him or whether that's his, he just didn't look right tonight, and that's expected. He's young. Like I said, Jericho Sims is going to be a break glass in case of emergency type of player for the Knicks. They're not really going to use him now that they have Isaiah Hartenstein coming off the bench with Mitchell Robinson. So Isaiah Hartenstein played his ass off tonight, and let's just go over the box score with you guys. Yeah, like I said, Isaiah Hartenstein came in the game, and he showed what he can do for the Knicks. He hit his three-point shots. He got his offensive rebounds tonight. He was rebounding the ball. He's playing good defense. A really nice game for iHeart. Last game, he didn't really do much compared to his first preseason game when he really set the tone and he really showed Knicks fans what he's capable of doing. So iHeart tonight was really good, and he played 22 minutes, 10 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. I mean, if he can give you that night in, night out off the bench, that's all you can ask for from iHeart. And with Mitchell Robinson, I'm going to talk about Mitchell Robinson in a second. With Mitchell Robinson playing at elite level, having iHeart coming off the bench and back him up, I think it's going to be huge for the Knicks. So all in all, great game from iHeart, and that's all we can ask for from iHeart, to be honest. But yeah, Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson got his money this offseason, 4 years, $60 million. And he's my player of the game, to be honest with you. And yes, the Knicks lost, and I don't want to give the player of the game to an Indiana Pacer. I really don't. But Mitchell Robinson is my player of the game. 8 rebounds, 8 points, and in 22 minutes. I mean, he was on his way to a double-double in this game. He was a pest on the offensive rebounds. He was a pest on the defense. He was making his dunks on the offensive end. He was playing the pick and roll well. If Mitchell Robinson can be that elite center for the Knicks, like they're asking him to be this season, that's huge. And Mitchell Robinson is on his way to be one of the best centers in the NBA. I'm not going to get too crazy over that, but he's a good center. On the offensive end, he's limited. We know that. Doesn't have a shot, doesn't really have a hook shot, doesn't have a low post game, but that the Knicks are not asking him to do that. If you're going to play Mitchell Robinson along with Julius Randle and Brunson, you're just asking him to do the little things. You're asking him to clean up the boards, get the offensive rebounds, block some shots. And these first 3 preseason games, Mitchell Robinson has shown that he's worth every penny of that deal because, look, he's a big key piece for the New York Knicks, and he's a big piece on what they want to do and what they want to accomplish this year. So another strong performance from Mitchell Robinson. Let's go through these stats real quick. What else do I want to talk about? All right, let's go through the player stats. So as I said earlier, Jalen Brunson didn't look right today. Looked off. 11 points, 8 rebounds. Didn't look like himself. But TJ McConnell all night was like pestering Jalen Brunson. And he was on him all night. And he was on him defensively. And he was making him work. And Jalen Brunson's going to go through that throughout the season. He's going to go through a lot of defenders pushing him and making him bring the ball up full court. But I'm not worried about Jalen Brunson. He finished the game with 11 points, 8 rebounds in 29 minutes. He hit his threes. He hit his foul shots. He didn't really get to the line that much this game. He played a little bit more than I would have liked during the third quarter, but I guess that was planned. I guess Tom Thibodeau played all of his starters really, like third quarter on. They didn't really come out until the end of the third quarter, so I guess Tom Thibodeau was planning for that. And look, they didn't play the whole fourth quarter. Once again, it's preseason. It's not that big of a deal. Like, the starters do not need to play in the fourth quarter. But Jalen Brunson, this was our first game that we saw Jalen Brunson was a little timid. He was a little uncomfortable. And that was mainly due to the fact that, look, T.J. McConnell was on him. He was on his case. McConnell was a great defender. And we know how McConnell can get under your skin. And all in all, not a great night for Jalen Brunson. But it is what it is. It's preseason. I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. R.J. Barrett, 21 points, 4 rebounds. It seems like he lives around this 20-point mark, right? He can't really get over the hump, but he played well. He gets to the rim really well. R.J. Barrett still can't get a foul call. This is year 4 now in the NBA, and R.J. Barrett, time and time again, every game, goes to the line, gets whacked, gets no foul call. I don't understand it. I don't get it. He gets no respect in the game. But when he goes to the line, it seems like he's hitting his free throws this year. R.J. Barrett, 21 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Solid defense. Can't ask for anything more from R.J. Barrett tonight. Let's go back to Julius Randle. So, as I said earlier, Julius Randle finished the game 13 points, 8 rebounds in limited minutes, played 25 minutes. He committed his first turnover of the preseason this game. And to be honest with you, it should not have been a turnover. The Indiana Pacer that made him commit that turnover pretty much flopped, in my opinion. Julius Randle was bringing the ball up the court and kind of gave the guy a nudge, and he fell to the ground and flopped. Therefore, Julius Randle gets a turnover. Just stinks, but Julius Randle was playing really well this season. Really well during these first 3 preseason games, should I say. And if we can get this version of Julius, like I said earlier, is really big for the Knicks. Now let's talk about this bench unit. Cam Reddish came into the game, really struggled. I know the Cam fam really wants Cam Reddish to really play well and shine, but he came into the game, was missing his shots. His shot selection was really poor. His defense, you can see his defense is not really great. But during that fourth quarter, we saw why Cam Reddish teases the Cam fan, and we saw why Cam Reddish teases Knicks fans, because he came into the game in the fourth quarter, played defense, and he played really well. All in all, Cam Reddish, when Quentin Grimes comes back and when Derrick Rose comes back, he's not going to play. Like, to be honest with you, Cam Reddish is not going to play. Like, if he does play, I'll be shocked, because you're going to have Rose, you're going to have Grimes that needs playing time. Obviously, you need Quickly to play, and McBride has shown you during these preseason games he needs to play. So where are you going to find these minutes from Cam Reddish? I don't know, but he's breaking a sweat during these preseason games. He's trying to show either the Knicks or he's trying to show another team that he can really play well on the offensive end and the defensive end. But during the first 24 minutes of this game, Cam Reddish was playing really poorly, and you had people on Twitter questioning like his antics, and you had people asking like, why is he even in this game? Because Cam Reddish, he was playing really bad in the first half. Third quarter, picked it up a little bit. Made some mistakes on the defensive end, but fourth quarter, he played really well. He made some good defensive plays. He made a crazy layup. But yeah, Cam Reddish, it is what it is at this point. I don't want to keep harping on the fact that I think that Cam Reddish should get playing time, because I think that he should, but to be realistic, he's not going to. And with Quentin Grimes here, Quickly here, Cam Reddish, there's no spot on this team. And I think, honestly, come trade deadline, he's not even going to be on the Knicks anymore. Bearing an injury, That's just my opinion. But yeah, let's go down. Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin came in the game right away. Came in the game with a steal. Did what Obi Toppin does. Dunks the ball. And he's just an electric player. And he played 22 minutes this game. He played the whole fourth quarter, just like most of the young guys. But get those minutes up to 25 minutes a game, man. Obi Toppin needs to be playing 25 to 30 minutes a game. I don't know how you're going to do it, especially if Julius Randle's going to be playing at this level. Yeah, but you got to figure out a way to get Obi Toppin involved because he needs to play more, and he's electric, man. If he can play, if he can improve his defense, and if he can improve his three-point shot, there's no reason why Obi Toppin needs to be playing less than 20 minutes a game. But Evan Fournier was back tonight, started, took the place of Cam Reddish in the starting lineup, hit a couple of threes, but you can see the limitations on the defensive end with Evan Fournier. The Knicks need his shooting, though, in the starting lineup. But on the defensive end, you can see he was getting cooked all night. Evan Fournier was getting cooked. And it's just, it is what it is at this point. Yeah. Look, first half, Knicks looked good. They really did. And second half, third quarter mainly, they came in, took the lead. I think they went up by 10. And fourth quarter, starters came out, bench came in. That's all she wrote. This rookie on the Indiana Pacers, Mathurin. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing his name right. 29 minutes, 27 points, 4 rebounds. He's going to be really good. And the Pacers got themselves a gem. Pacers win without their best player. It's preseason. Like, I'm just going through the box score right now. Chris Duarte, 25 minutes, 13 points. Turner, 10 points, 23 minutes. Buddy Hield, 7 points, 20 minutes. Mathurin, I keep botching that name. 27 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. Yeah, I think the Knicks are better than the Pacers, though. I mean, they beat them last time. Granted, it was our first road game of the preseason, and I'm not going to look too much into this game. I'm really not. Yeah, anything else I want to go into? Yeah, let's go into some highlights. This was Cam Reddish. I'm just going to pull up the video. All right. Here we go. This is the play I was talking about with Cam Reddish on the defensive end. Plays good defense, gets the steal, crosses him over, behind the back. Nice layup. I think he got fouled, but they didn't call it. Gets the steal. Let's watch it again. Runs down the court. Oop, excuse me. Behind the back. Nice layup. You see why Knicks fans want Cam Reddish to play, and you see why they say that he has upside, because he can do things like that. But he doesn't do things like that often. I'll tell you that. If he did that often during the games, he would be playing more. I'll tell you that. But it seems like he has one of those plays like once a game or twice a game. But he was also limping a little bit to start that fourth quarter. I saw him limping back to the bench. He's clearly not 100%. But he's getting playing time. Quentin Grimes is hurt. And I really can't wait to see Quentin Grimes play, because I think Quentin Grimes is going to have a big year for the Knicks. And I do think that Grimes is going to fill in that slot that people think Reddish is going to fill in. But it's going to be Grimes. It's going to be quick. It's going to be quickly Rose and Grimes coming off the bench. The Knicks are going to run that 3-man unit a lot. And all 3 of those players are going to get more than 20 minutes a game, especially Rose and especially quickly, because they just need 3 minutes a game. And hold on, let me get this out of here. Yeah, they need more than 20 minutes a game. So, yeah, again, how much percent? The Knicks shot 77% from the free throw line, Not that great from the free throw line today. Yeah. Let's go to the box score again. Let's go to the box score. Final score. Barrett played well. Randall played well. Brunson not so much. And look, all three of those guys are not going to perform well every night. And I'm not worried about Brunson. 11 points. Wasn't efficient tonight at all. 4 for 14 from the field. 2 for 4 from the line. He looked tired for some reason. Like, he looked off. Whether that had to do with McConnell harassing him all night or just whether that had to do with, look, it's one of those games. You're not going to be on every game. But Fournier hit a couple of threes. And that's it. That's pretty much it. Julius Randle, again, played his ass off. Yeah, iHeart, 7 points, 10 rebounds, on his way to a double-double. 5 assists, man. He made some crazy pass to, I believe it was Obi Toppin. He made some crazy pass, got the rebound, threw it like a football player to Obi Toppin. And you can see the upside of Isaiah Hartenstein off the bench. You can see what he can bring to the Knicks. He can bring that passing ability. He can score. He can hit the three-point shot. When Isaiah Hartenstein is on, that's going to be huge for the Knicks because let's say Quickly is off like he was tonight. Let's say Rose is off. Or let's say Obi doesn't happen or doesn't happen to have it at that particular night. If Isaiah Hartenstein can bring this 60, 70% of the time, that's going to be beneficial for the other players. And even though he was minus 17, and I don't get why he was minus 17, I don't really get this plus minus BS, but whatever. Isaiah Hartenstein, great game. Yeah, let's go back to Mitchell Robinson. I think Mitchell Robinson, my player of the game. My player of the game. 8 points, 8 rebounds. Knicks lost, but I don't care. I like what I saw from Mitch. I like what I saw from on the offensive end. I like what I saw on the defensive end. Yeah, Mitchell Robinson balled his ass out. And yeah, so Knicks are 2-1 on this young preseason. Final dress rehearsal is on Friday against the Wizards, I believe. And then we get to this real thing. I'm waiting for this real game action versus the Memphis Grizzlies. And I'm telling you right now, I think the Knicks can beat the Memphis Grizzlies. I think they can give them a run for their money. Especially, everything has to click right for the Knicks. Barrett has to be on. Randall has to be playing like he's been playing. And Brunson has to be balling out. If one of them can match what John Moran is doing on Memphis, I think we'll be in good shape. Like I said, Memphis is dealing with some injuries, but I'm ready for this regular season to start up. I'm ready for some real Knicks basketball. Preseason, you're getting a glimpse of what they're capable of, and you're getting a glimpse of Isaiah Hartenstein and Obi Toppin and Emmanuel Quickly, and we got a glimpse of Jalen Brunson. Like the first 2 games, Jalen Brunson was awesome, and now we're getting a glimpse of Julius Randle. Is this the new and improved Julius Randle? Because if this is the new and improved Julius Randle, watch out. Efficient night, 5 of 10 from the field, 13 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. Like I said, 1 turnover, and that turnover was BS. An offensive foul called on Julius Randle. He should have had no turnovers again. This would have been his 3rd game having no turnovers. Julius Randle, I'll tip my hat off to you, sir, because you went under a lot of heat this summer. Granted, it was warranted, but Julius Randle, great game, great preseason thus far. Now that can change. That can damn sure change come Wednesday, and he turns into old Julius Randle. But from these 3 games, a small sample size, I think we're getting good Julius Randle. I really do. And it's really nice to see this version of Julius Randle because, look, he got crapped on by Knicks fans, by me. Like last year was a terrible year for Julius Randle. Last year was a terrible. Mentally, it was terrible for him, and he talked about that. He got help during the offseason. Hopefully, his mind is right, and hopefully he's an all-star again. Because as much as people bring him down, people can easily bring him back up. Because this is New York. Like if you're gonna play well, we're gonna respect it, and if you're gonna play bad, we're gonna disrespect it. That's just how New York fans are. But yeah, great things from Julius Randle. But yeah, third preseason game, really not that much to talk about. I've talked about what I wanted to talk about. Did I miss anything? Talk about Obi. Pretty good game from Obi. Cam Reddish. Quickly, Mitchell Robinson, Brunson. Yeah, man. McBride, Sims came in the game, didn't really contribute that much. Third preseason game. Fourth one is this Friday versus the Wizards, and I think I'm gonna wrap this up. So appreciate y'all for joining. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that like button. It really helps out the channel. My name is Anthony from Knicks Nation. Please follow us on Twitter at Knicks Nation. We're gonna be back on Friday versus the Wizards. Knicks play at the MSG for their last dress rehearsal of the season until they play the Memphis Grizzlies and until we get this season on and popping. And we're going to be coming out with a season preview video, NBA season preview video this weekend. So, look, we're excited. NBA's back, and let's go. So, appreciate y'all, and I'll see you guys on Friday night.